Did you want to talk about anything?
Yes.
Oh.
So I really like your take that is completely different on certain topics. And so I'm a surgeon, and I've been experiencing kind of like some of the symptoms of having a burnout or like feeling like overwhelmed with things, patients, like my life and stuff. And I want to know how I should see it and turn it into a positive kind of, experience, to just say, hey, wait, this is going on. How do I transfer all these things into something positive for me and not take it so literally and have a problem with these things?
What's a burnout, by the way?
So I was reading the definition about this, and you're feeling like you're a super achiever. You're trying to do all these things and successfully doing them, but it's just too much. Like you're not satisfied. You're getting tired. You're worrying about things. Whereas I wasn't like that before. And
where did that phraseology come from? That's why I was almost more curious. Like, where did you come up with the idea of you're having a burnout? Because I'm not even that. That's not a phrase I would use much. I'm wondering, are this something that a lot of surgeons experience, or where did you first hear the term?
I just was wondering why I was feeling suddenly so overwhelmed and tired and kind of, I felt like less energy, less positive about what I was doing. I started to have worrying about things before. And then I looked it up on the internet one night. I'm like, okay, what if I'm having this, And it was actually the exact description of what a burnout is.
So all right, so it's funny, like I am having this perception that your diagnosis of the burnout, or even thinking about that, is like maybe you're having a burnout, or it's such a it's very like doctor-like. It reminds me of being like, it makes sense. Like I'm like, that's the judgments in my mind right now. It's like, oh, it makes sense. She's a doctor. She's like diagnosed herself with this terminology. So that's the first thing that's coming up for me. And then the other one is, it's just like, because you called it a burnout, I'm really focused on that for some reason. Like the burnout.
Like constant.
Flipping the roles here. Have you been like sleeping like you've always slept? I don't know if you found this in your work, but not sleeping one night, like fully one night, can be a complete game changer. Not only for me, but for like countless others that I've met. And I've even had, like, a lot of our retreats, a lot of people come in thinking they're gonna go all in and not sleep. And it's a great way to have extremely emotional experiences. But long story short, it's one of the easiest ways, I think, for someone to get out of balance. So I'm wondering if it's just specifically that, like if you didn't sleep how your body wanted it to, so it created some sort of symptoms that fit the bill of a burnout. And I do think if someone's not sleeping enough, they're going to feel burned out. Even a few nights in a row can do that to someone, I think.
Do you think that, because you have to say no sometimes, and that's hard because you're trying to help people and serve people all the time, where you're not like, that's what I liked about your book, is that it touched about like how you're trying to please others, but you're not, letting yourself be pleased by what you really actually want to do. You're saying yes, but inside you're saying no.
Yeah, you mean like the idea of giving beyond one's capacity, and how it can turn the receiver into a thief, and it's no longer giving from a full cup, but from an empty cup. That's
exactly,
yeah, and it's like I could see that running so rampant in the medical profession, because it just seems like the schedules that a lot of doctors and PAs and nurses are on is redunculous. It doesn't seem healthy, in my opinion. Unless they're just so fired up. Like I could see it for an ER doctor or a cardiac surgeon, like where someone's life, it's like someone's life is literally in their hands, and they're maybe playing more of a savior, like saving someone's life. And I could see how that would snap. That's probably beyond time and space. But I could also see like for a scheduled dental work or scheduled orthopedic work, that's the same. I don't know if it's the same thing you're doing, or
It's not like life or death, but it's
Yeah.
Like you feel responsible, even if it's not your patient or whatever. You feel that you have the responsibility to help them.
Cool. Sorry, I'm looking at our clock here. We're at 7:11. What I'm wondering is, do you have another passion or another calling or a hobby or a vocation? Like, where are you having the most fun at? Where is the most fun time for you?
I love it. I feel that it's my calling. I feel that's what I should be doing. I don't see myself doing anything else. I do feel like I could help more people somehow by doing something greater, but I don't know what that is yet. But I feel that within that, I need to learn how to say no or prevent having a burnout, basically.
When you say you feel like you could help more people, that's what I'm curious about.
I don't know, but that's why when I read the book, you kind of touched that, you talk about that, and I feel a calling for that as well. I just don't know what it is.
Well, if you just guess 3 things, guess 3 ideas, what would the first 3 to mind to be?
I don't know, it would be probably something in my field, but maybe more internationally.
Okay, that's one thing. So is there any other guesses? Do you got 2 more?
I don't know, maybe something touching women's health. I'm not sure.
Okay, we got women's health, and then what was the 3rd one? This is like drilling for wells here. We're drilling for springs.
I don't know, I would say international women's health in greater numbers, because when I'm treating a patient, I can only treat one patient at a time, whereas I don't know if it would be teaching or something internationally. But I do feel that what you're touching in your book, it really calls me.
Okay. So I like this is a minute and 15 seconds left. It is what it is. I'm loving. I might not have any answers for you. I just love that I'm asking you questions, and maybe it's helping you pull back your own layers in a way. Because I'm hearing that you feel like you could scale your skill to another degree, and you haven't figured out how yet. And there's also this interest in international women's health.
Yeah, I think you kind of put it in words there.
Yeah, I think that's important. Like, just sometimes people, like, you were a little hesitant to guess at first. Some people don't even give themselves the freedom to try new things, to even try thinking of new things. So thank you for guessing. Sometimes our guesses might open up a whole nother world. And who knows, like, I believe by you, even with our last 30 seconds here, I believe by you even guessing out loud and exploring this with me, it may attract an idea that fits the bill beyond, even better than what you've described so far. But just by opening up that possibility, I feel like you're tuning in your antenna to new ideas by doing that. So I would keep meditating on what you're talking about. And what I mean by meditating is, I mean necessarily sitting Indian style and closing your eyes, but doing the opposite of whatever caused you to feel burnt out, so that you feel really rested, almost like antsy, like full of energy, full of potential. What would excite you to do with all that unlimited energy you have?
Okay.
And maybe take action on some of those guesses. Maybe going to teaching at like some other dentist or other people in your field, women in another country that you've always wanted to go to. Sounds like an awesome start to me.
Okay.
I appreciate
your input.
Have you ever gone to Africa?
No.
Does that interest you at all?
Yeah.
Something. I thought something like I was like, I could see her going to Africa and teaching women dentists.
Yeah, that's interesting. I need to explore this idea.
I don't know why, but let me know what unfolds from this. And I like this. This conversation seemed like a real good start to something cool. Run, guan, guan, guan. Run, guan, guan, guan. Run, guan, guan, guan. Run, guan, guan, guan.